The Galactic Council's weapons demonstration hall buzzed with the familiar hum of energy shields and plasma conduits. Ambassador Zexthai of the Viridian Empire adjusted his ceremonial battle armor, its crystalline plates catching the artificial light as he prepared to showcase their latest military innovations to the newly contacted species from a backwater planet called Earth. Primitive, chemical propulsion, scoffed Commander Veltar, her forearms gesturing dismissively at the human delegation. How did such a technologically backward species even achieve interstellar travel? Captain Sarah Chen of the United Earth Defense Force stood stoically beside her small team, observing the alien weapons with professional interest. Her hand rested casually on the sidearm holstered at her hip, a standard-issue M2077 kinetic pistol that had served humanity well for decades. "Perhaps we should begin," Zexthai announced, his translator rendering his words in perfect English. "Witness the power of Viridian plasma technology." The alien weapon hummed to life, its barrel glowing with contained energy. Zexthai aimed at a reinforced target downrange and fired. A bolt of superheated plasma streaked across the chamber, striking the target and leaving a perfectly circular hole melted through 3 inches of composite armor. The assembled aliens chittered and clicked their approval. Several species representatives nodded respectfully at the display. "Impressive," Captain Chen acknowledged. "Clean penetration, minimal collateral damage to surrounding material." "Your turn, human," Veltar challenged, her mandibles clicking in what passed for amusement among her kind. "Show us these firearms we've heard so much about in your data transmissions. We're curious to see how chemical explosions compare to refined plasma technology." Chen exchanged a glance with her weapons specialist, Lieutenant Rodriguez, who simply shrugged. They'd been briefed on this possibility. "Very well." Chen drew her sidearm, the matte black weapon looking almost crude next to the gleaming alien technology. Several aliens actually laughed, a sound that varied wildly across species but universally conveyed derision. "That's it?" Zexthai's translator struggled with his incredulous tone. "No energy matrix, no plasma containment field, no molecular disruptors? Just metal and chemical propellant?" "Just metal and chemical propellant," Chen confirmed, checking her weapons magazine. "This particular model fires a 10mm tungsten core projectile at approximately 450 meters per second. "Tungsten?" A reptilian delegate from the Sathi Confederation hissed in confusion. "You launch primitive metals at your enemies?" "When necessary." Chen raised her weapon toward the same target the aliens had used. "The principle is simple. Kinetic energy transfer. Mass times velocity squared divided by 2. She squeezed the trigger. The sharp crack of the gunshot echoed through the chamber, causing several aliens to flinch at the unfamiliar sound. But it was the target that drew their attention. Where the plasma bolt had left a clean, melted hole, the human bullet had torn through the armor plating, leaving a jagged entry wound and a much larger exit wound, fragments of the target material scattered across the floor behind it. The chamber fell silent. "Interesting," Zexthai said slowly, approaching the damaged target. The energy transfer created secondary projectiles from the target material itself. "Fragmentation," Rodriguez explained. "When kinetic energy meets resistance, it has to go somewhere. The target becomes part of the weapon system." Commander Veltar's confidence wavered. "But surely this is less efficient. Our plasma technology delivers more energy per shot." "Your plasma technology is indeed more efficient," Chen agreed. "But efficiency isn't everything in combat." She ejected her magazine, showing the aliens the remaining rounds. "This magazine holds 15 projectiles. I can fire them as fast as I can pull the trigger, with no energy buildup time, no cooling period, and no power source beyond the chemical reaction in each cartridge." To demonstrate, she loaded a fresh target into the range system and rapid-fired 3 rounds downrange. The staccato barks of the weapon punctuated her point as effectively as the destructive results downrange. "Fascinating," mused Dr. Kilrath, the Galactic Council's weapons researcher. "Your technology sacrifices energy efficiency for mechanical reliability and rapid deployment. But surely the lack of precision—" "Would you like to see precision?" Chen interrupted politely. She gestured to the range system. "Set up multiple targets at varying distances." The range complied, projecting holographic targets at 50, 100, and 200 meters, some stationary, others moving in predictable patterns. Chen adopted a textbook shooting stance and began engaging targets methodically. Each shot found its mark with mechanical precision, the kinetic rounds punching through holographic projectors and leaving them sparking and dead. "Your accuracy is impressive," Zexthai admitted. "But what happens when your ammunition runs out?" "Our plasma weapons recharge from any energy source." Lieutenant Rodriguez stepped forward with a small case. Ammunition resupply. He opened it to reveal dozens of magazines, each loaded with 15 rounds. A human soldier can carry 300 rounds without significantly impacting mobility. That's 300 individual projectiles, each capable of neutralizing a target, with no power requirements beyond the chemical energy contained in each cartridge. The alien weapons demonstration had showcased elegant technology, energy weapons that could theoretically fire indefinitely given adequate power, precision instruments that could cut through materials with surgical accuracy, and defensive systems that could deflect or absorb various forms of energy. But the humans had revealed something the aliens hadn't considered. Sometimes the most effective weapon wasn't the most advanced one. "Your species approaches warfare differently than we anticipated," Beltar said finally. "We focused on energy efficiency and technological sophistication. You focused on practical effectiveness and reliability." "Every tool has its place," Chen replied, holstering her weapon. "Your plasma technology would be devastating against our kinetic barriers. Our kinetic weapons might punch through energy shields that would deflect your plasma. Diversity of approach makes for stronger defense." As the demonstration concluded, the aliens found themselves re-evaluating their assumptions about human technological development. The species that had seemed primitive now appeared refreshingly pragmatic, a civilization that had mastered the art of making simple principles devastatingly effective. Dr. Kilrath approached Captain Chen as the other delegates filed out. "Would your people be interested in a technology exchange program? We have much to learn from each other's approaches to defensive systems." Chen smiled. "I think we'd find that very educational, Doctor." In the end, the galaxy learned an important lesson. Sometimes the oldest solutions are the most reliable ones, and underestimating a species based on their technology choices was a mistake that could prove fatal.